Hello guys and welcome back to a new from my channel. Today it's time for another episode of ARK Aberration. This is already episode 6 I think, and we are making some pretty decent progress. We have 2 roll rats, one of a very nice level, one which we're probably never going to use anymore, but it's fine. Actually 2 ravagers, haha, there we go. One of another very decent level, which is actually level up, so we're definitely going to do that. So, okay, let's do melee damage, a little bit of stamina, a little bit of health, movement speed. Alright, very nice. 10k health, that is quite a lot. And of course, we also have our little bulldog here, which for some reason is stuck into the fucking wall. Let's do charge capacity, emission range. There we go. Emission range is basically, well, it kind of explains for itself. The little range that this light has. I think it goes to like here. Yeah, it goes pretty far, so that's pretty cool. And of course, we also have our Megalosaurus. Yes, we tamed this one in the last episode. And curious to see... Okay, just 1 level, but that is fine. Let's just level health. I think we'll go until like 16, 18k health with this one. And the rest can go into stamina and melee damage. Alright, there we go. That has been settled. So, of course, I'm also level up myself. Let's do some health. There we go. Can we learn anything interesting? Rex saddle. There's no Rex on this map, like I already said in the first episode. But anyway... I have some more plans I want to do in this episode. So, here it is. It is quite a lot, but most of it is not too long to do. So, I have been wanting an ANKYLO for a while now, and I haven't found a really decent level in the last couple of episodes. So, I want to try and find a decent level ANKYLO, something around 80, 90 plus or something. And yeah, then we'll just tame that one. And then we can gather metal much more efficiently. Speaking of metal, I have once again just mined these rocks outside of our base. So I'm talking about this one at the back. And we also found a rock here in, I think it was the last episode. But anyway, let me just collect these rocks while I'm doing my intro. But yeah, ANKYLOs are just really useful to have, because one swipe with its tail and this metal is gone, or well, a couple of swipes, but it's just so much faster. And I think it also gathers a little bit more metal as well, which is always a good thing. So yeah, we're definitely gonna try and find a ANKYLO in this episode and tame one, of course. I'm gonna get that metal rock down in a second, but first of all, I want to get to another to-do entry list thing, whatever, I don't care, which is the following. If I just can get into my base, let me actually just make a freaking ramp into my base, because yeah, this is a little bit annoying doing... Jesus, I can't talk. There we go. That is just a little bit more efficient, or it just works nicer. This definitely looks nicer as well, stairs. But the thing I want to talk about right now, though, is zip lines. So I already talked about zip lines a little bit back, but zip lines are basically the one where you can ride on with your Ravager, which we also did a couple of times in like a previous episode. Let me actually just get you back into a ball. These are the zip lines are those things with like the vines across them, which are the natural zip lines, but you can also make zip lines yourself with these zipline anchors. Apply onto a crossbow to fire zipline anchor points. And of course you need 2 anchors to make a zipline. And you can basically place those anywhere I think you want. So what I want to do is make a zipline where that metal rock is at the bottom. Because right now I have to walk all the way there, go all the way there, and then down there. It's just really annoying. So what I want to do is just make a couple of zipline anchors. I think we'll just make around 6 of them for now. Oh, we need some stone arrows for that, but that is no big deal. Just like that. There we go. Of course, we'll need to use the crossbow for that. And then we can make the... Oh, we already have zipline anchors. How did I get those? I have no idea. But anyway, let me just make a couple more of them. And then we can go ahead and place those. But before I do that, let me just put this metal into the forges so it can burn in the meantime. Or it can refine, whatever, I don't care. Let's just put 300 in here. Take that, light fire. Take this and put that in there. We also have quite a bit of metal. Of course, I gathered those, or I mined away those rocks off camera like twice or something. Because, well, it's just not interesting to watch on camera. But anyways, let me just show you what the zip lines are. I am going to go over here and I'm gonna place a zip line anchor right here. So probably let's do it right here. There we go. And then I can place another anchor. Okay, this is a little bit... Ooh, this is not really too great. What if I... Okay, yeah, so the thing is, if you let go of the anchor, it just breaks. What if I try and do it a little bit closer to the... Okay, never mind. Closer to the edge. Does that work? Okay, so this is a little bit better. Yeah, let's place it there. Okay. I really don't know how I feel about that. It partially goes inside of the rock, but I think, yeah, at least... Okay, what the hell? Oh, okay. Nah, I'm really not a fan of that. Let me just get rid of it because this is really not working. Let me try that again. I have the climbing picks anyways because I want to get a proper zip line and not one that is half bugged, which is just super annoying. So let me try this again. How about I... Okay, thank you. How about I place it... How about here? Okay, this one is placed nicely. How about there? And then I can write it down. Okay. Yeah, let me try this one for a little bit. Does this one work? Okay. That one seems to work, at least downwards. Oh my god, that was so dumb. Okay, it is a little bit annoying. But anyway, let me... Okay, so upwards. What the hell is going on, dude? Why does it do that? I have no idea why it does that. Seems like zip lines are just bugged anyways. Okay, but... Oh my god. You know what? Let me just fucking get this metal. Great, my pickaxe broke. Does that work? Oh, that actually works. I get metal from using the hatchet. Okay, fine. I'll just do this. I really don't want to go back all the way back to my base and then fix my pickaxe for just a small amount of metal. But anyway, what I wanted to do was... Dude, why does this... Oh my god. This game is so buggy. Holy shit. Hello? Can you please just... Oh my god. First of all, though, let me just get rid of this stupid mushroom that is constantly hallucinating me. Oh, it's so annoying, man. There we go. Also, I haven't even talked about it yet, but from these poisonous mushrooms, you get biotoxin. And biotoxin is basically the same thing as narcotics, but... Okay, does it work? It does work, but the animation is just so bugged. I have no idea why it does that. Oh my god, that is so annoying. Like, I am climbing up. You can see I'm moving up, but it just goes like every single second. It just goes like a tiny bit instead of just, you know, smoothly. But anyway, okay, that has been taken care of. Well, sort of. But anyway, biotoxin is basically the same thing as these narcotics. Where are they? I don't have any narcotics. These. But with biotoxin, you can make these or these. I don't know which, but they are called shocking tranquilizer darts. And of course, we also have normal tranquilizer darts. Shocking tranquilizer darts are basically the exact same thing, but better. because they deal more torpor and less normal damage, I think. So yeah, that is of course a good thing. So we already have a little bit of it, not that much, but they are pretty easy to get and you don't need a lot of them. You can basically only use them for those darts and pretty much nothing else. So in terms of that, they're not the most useful resource ever, but hey, whatever. We're definitely going to be making those darts whenever we can unlock them, because right now it needs to be, we need to be level 96 and we're 74, which yeah, it's not even close. You are level up as well, thank you very much. But anyway, back to the to-do list. We have number 2. I want to tame a second Megalosaurus, and I think I already explained this in the last episode, but of course we want to make a whole army of Megalosauruses and also Spinos later. And for that, of course, we need to breed Megalosauruses together. This one is a female, so preferably I want to find a male Megalosaurus, which is also of a high level. This one was actually 120 when we found it, which is the max level you can get. So preferably I want to tame another 120, but then of course a male. So they can breed together, and then we can make a whole army of Megalosauruses. So yeah, and then we can use that for whatever we want, the boss fight at the end, or taking on an artifact cave, because I don't think I've actually explained this yet, but of course there's a boss at the end we have to defeat. In this map it's Rockwell, probably the hardest boss in the game, besides maybe the one from Extinction, which is another map which I might play in the future when I'm done with Aberration. But in order to even be able to fight Rockwell, you need to have the artifacts required for the boss fight, which are the following. Right, so the artifacts we need are the artifact of the depths, that is a terrible word to pronounce, shadows, and stalker. It might not seem like a lot, but from what I have seen, these artifacts are pretty difficult to get. They're all inside of caves with like a crap ton of creatures and stuff, like dinos. Oh, let me actually just repair my tools for a little bit. But yeah, these artifacts are inside caves with a bunch of creatures and stuff in the way, and you really need to bring a really good creature or some good gear like shotguns, armor and stuff in order to even stand a chance of getting those artifacts. But artifacts are not really a worry for now. We're definitely gonna get to those like around episode 10 or something. I actually don't know how long this stuff is going to take, because you do need to be prepared very carefully for getting these artifacts. And if I just look up Rockwell, which is the boss of Aberration, yeah, this is probably one of the hardest bosses in the game. And for even entering the boss fight, you need the artifacts, which is for the lowest difficulty level. For like the highest, or the highest difficulty level, you need all the artifacts, and then 8 basilisk skills, 20 nameless venoms, 7 Reaper pheromone glands, which you get from killing Reaper queens, which are a whole other thing. I'm not going to get into that right now. Nameless venom, we actually got a couple of those already, I think. Oh, Jesus, it's super dark. Yeah, we got 2 of those. You get these from killing Nameless, of course. And Nameless are the little monkeys that come out of the ground when you don't bring a light pad into the blue zone or the red zone. So Nameless venom is not too difficult to get. Reaper pheromone glands, on the other hand, are really difficult to get. Basilisk skills, not really, but basilisks are definitely very, very powerful, so those are pretty difficult to kill. Rock drake feathers are another thing. I don't know if we came across a rock drake already. I think we already did. I think we already got a feather of that. Yeah, so we already killed 1 rock drake, and of course you get a rock drake feather for this. You need like 7 for the highest difficulty. I don't know if we are really going to do all of these difficulty levels. They're pretty much the exact same boss, but just more difficult with every other difficulty setting. And for the highest level, you also need alpha stuff from alpha creatures, which are just more powerful versions of normal creatures. But yeah, those are definitely things we'll take care of as we go along our adventure. But anyways, back to point 2. I want to find a Megalosaurus so we can breed these two together. So, number 3 is I want to finish the garden. In the last episode, we took care of this little wall here. So we have this side of our base closed off. But, of course, we still need to close off this side. Because what I want to do is I want to bring these dinos outside so they can have some proper space to, stay. Which, currently inside my base, it's fine. But we'll definitely have a lot more creatures in the future. And there's just not enough room for those. And they're already quite in the way. Like, this Megalosaurus is fine, but these roll rats are huge. So, there's just not enough room for all my creatures down the line. So, what I want to do for that is make these behemoth gates, which are huge, and they are quite expensive. But I don't know if I can actually already make them. Let me actually see. Can I already make one? No, I need thatch for that. Actually, let me just collect some thatch because I want you guys to see just how huge these things are, because they're just on a whole nother level, and getting thatch is not the most difficult thing in the world. So let me just take care of that for a minute. Alright, got a little bit of thatch. I think this should be enough. I think we needed like almost 200 or something, and right now I have 400, so yeah, definitely enough. Let me just see if I can make the gateway. There we go. Can I already make this one? No, we need more thatch. But, the behemoth gateways. They are huge. What I need to do, of course, is get rid of some of these trees and bushes and stuff, because, this behemoth gateway needs quite a bit of room. But what I can already do is just, be careful that I don't step into those mushrooms in case they're poison. Oh, God, okay, fine. What I can do is place one already, and I think maybe here. Yeah, okay, that's fine. And while I'm here already, let me just cut down these trees so we could get some... Oh my God. That scared the shit out of me, dude. How the hell? Okay, this is insane. Holy shit. Why did it seem like that hallucination was so much stronger than the other one? That is a little bit insane, but okay, fine. But I think now I can make a gate to go inside of the gateway. Gate. There we go. It is actually super off-center, but that is fine. We're gonna... Oh God, that is the bitch mushroom. That one. Did you see it? Let me just show you it. Where is it? Where is it? That one. Pointy top, red stem. Fuck you, man. Fuck you. But we have made our first gate. Very nice. And of course, we'll place another one in here. I think if we just place one this way, then we have closed off this side. Maybe we'll need to make two. But yeah, we're just gonna see when we're working on it. But anyway, let me just finish my to-do list, because my God. Number 4 is the hazard suit. I've already shown you what the hazard suit is in the last episode, but in this episode I want to work on actually making it, because when we eventually go into the red zone, we're definitely gonna need this, because the red zone is pretty much entirely radiated, and the only way to protect yourself against radiation is the hazard suit. I don't think it is too expensive. Maybe I can actually already make some of it. Let me see if I can make... Okay, no, we need some polymer and more crystal. But crystal is not really that big of a problem. You get crystal from green gems and blue gems and stuff. So yeah, crystal is not a problem, but the polymer is definitely a problem. But that is where I get to number 5, Carcinos. I do not want to tame my Carcinos yet, but I definitely want to kill them, because Carcinos drop quite a lot of resources when you kill them, including chitin and organic polymer. And as I already explained in one of the other episodes, organic polymer is basically a substitute of normal polymer, and well, we need polymer for the hazard suit, so that's why I want to kill some Carcinos. But for that, I need my Megalosaurus, and preferably another Megalosaurus, or maybe this Ravager, and maybe like a shotgun or something, or I'll use this long arc rifle with like some bullets, because Carcinos are quite, yeah, strong. They're pretty damn strong. So if I were to do it on my own, yeah, just don't. And the final thing is a farm. So right now I have collected a couple of seeds, but specifically I'm talking about citronals, long grass, raw carrot, and saffroot. These are vegetables which are essential in quite a lot of stuff, like kibble, which is better taming food than, for example, these berries or mutton. You can also use them in some recipes, like dishes that protect you against the cold or the heat, or give you some more movement speed or some more melee damage or stuff. They're very useful, so I definitely want to start working on a farm. But for that, I want to make a greenhouse. But for that, we need more cementing paste and more crystal. And for cementing paste, you need chitin and obsidian, I think it was. And yeah, oh my god, there's so much stuff to do. But first of all, I want to look at an ANKYLO, because I have been wanting an ANKYLO for a long time now, and I just haven't found a single one. Should I bring my Megalosaurus with me, or do I go with the Ravager? I'm definitely going to need my Bulb Dog, because we're definitely going to go into the blue zone. You know what? We'll go with the Megalosaurus, because I have been really wanting to use you for a while, and I just want you guys to see just how powerful the Megalosaurus is. So, Ravager, I am not going to be needing you, but you have been a very good boy or girl or whatever ever since the very beginning. So, yeah, very nice. All right, but ANKYLO. So, let me just put you outside. So, how much tranquilizer darts do we need to tame an ANKYLO? And preferably, I want to have a high level, so 120. 16 darts, and we have 40, so that is definitely going to be more than enough. But of course, we're also going to need some other stuff, like berries, because as it says here, Majo berries, and those are those purple berries. And I also need to make a saddle, of course. So, ANKYLO saddle. There we go. There we go. Alright, and there we go. The saddle has been made. I think we have everything right now. So, we have long rifle, darts, berries, Megalosaurus. Yeah, we should be fine. But first, let me just kill this. Oh my god, 470 damage. That is quite insane. But yeah, what I want to say, kill these trilobites, because, like I already explained, they give quite a lot of chitin and oil, and those are just essential resources to have. And while I am here, let me just see how my gas collector is doing. And are there any raptors here this time? Nope, doesn't seem like it. 1500 gas balls, not too bad. I think I already have quite a lot, so I'll just keep them in there. I don't need them now. But what I meant by that green gems also give crystal. Let me just show you. There we go, crystal, as you can see. Not a lot. You mainly just get green gems, of course, but you do get a little bit of crystal, which, yeah, it's definitely welcome. Ooh, what I also see over there is a Doedicurus. This one is level 16, so yeah, we're definitely not gonna tame that one, but a Doedicurus is really good for collecting stone, which, of course, is also an essential resource to have. So yeah, I definitely want to tame one of those later. Ooh, I see a tech creature over here. Let me just kill that, thank you. As already explained multiple times, tech creatures, whenever I see them, I'm just gonna kill them, because they just give a lot of useful stuff, like electronics. Look at that, electronics and oil as well. By the way, this scrap metal is basically the exact same thing as normal metal. You just put it into the forge, and then you get metal ingots, just like normal metal. Okay, there's a bunch of Ravagers there. Which levels are they? 32, 116 mil. Okay, that is good, but I just don't need Ravagers anymore. I'm gonna go for Megalosauruses and Spinos later down the line, so Ravagers are not gonna be useful anymore. They were useful for the beginning, but yeah, we're just gonna go for Megalosaurus and Spinos. All right, the Megalosaurus has almost 19,000 health. That is quite a lot. So I don't think we need to level health much more. Maybe we'll go for 20,000, but the melee damage is definitely gonna be very, very good. Hey, I see an ANKYLO over there. 44, that is terrible. Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother. So what I'm gonna do instead is kill him, because then he can respawn, hopefully at a higher level. I do see a level 100 Megalosaurus female, and this one is, yeah, also a female, so not useful. I think I'll just go ahead and kill that Megalosaurus as well, because we can easily take him on, let's be honest. I don't think he can grab me off my Megalosaurus, but he's dead anyway, so we can't even see. Whoa, okay, Jesus. Fucking snake, oh my god, really? Alright, we have 20k health on the Megalosaurus. The rest I'll just go put into stamina and melee damage. But hey, already 614 damage right now. It is already so good. Ooh, I see some more ANKYLOs there. 96, okay, that's pretty decent. But I'm just gonna look around for a little bit longer and see if we can find a slightly better one. If not, then I'll just go for that 96. It's already a pretty decent level. I also saw a rock drake. Yeah, over there. 76. Okay, that is not really too much of a worry, but yeah. Okay, fine. What I am gonna do is just kill this lower level one, because otherwise he's gonna be just really annoying when we get to tame that one, and yeah, it's just gonna be super annoying. Okay, I forgot to turn on my light. Nameless, hello. Can you give me some nameless venom, please? Please. Please. Ah, look at that. 4 nameless venom. 7. Thank you very much. That is a lot. Holy shit. But yeah, I think I already explained this in the last episode or whenever I got this venom. But you need to have this venom, or you don't need to, but it is just useful to have when you raise rock drakes. And I don't know you're the 96. Whoa, okay. But I think I already explained this in the last episode or a previous episode, but to get rock drakes, you need to steal eggs, and then you need to hatch them and then give them this nameless venom. There's a whole process to it, which is definitely going to be fun, but also quite difficult. But for now, ANKYLO, okay? Focus. Okay, another rock drake. Which level are you? What the fuck? What the fuck? I thought there was a another thing, but you were a Megalosaurus. Whoops. Okay, well, no problem. Level 12. Should we just kill him? Yeah, her, whatever, I don't care. Easy. Another rock drake feather, thank you very much. Let me just take care of these. Hey, obsidian, thank you. Huh? It's only a little bit, like only 3, but hey, any little bit is welcome. I did forget I am level up. And hey, look at that, the rock drake saddle. I'm definitely gonna learn this one, because of course, when we eventually do get a rock drake, we of course need a saddle for it, and yeah. But I haven't found a megalo or an ANKYLO anymore, so I think I am just gonna go with that level 20 that we saw earlier, or 104. Did I say level 20? I of course mean 96. Jesus. I do see a lot of rock drakes down there, so as good as that level 104 is, yeah, I'm just gonna go with a 96 because it really doesn't matter, like I already said. Also, I don't think I even explained this yet, but these, yeah, those are glow bugs, and those are pretty useful for a couple of things. Of course, like I already explained in one of the previous episodes, how many times I've already said that? Jesus. But this bulb dog has a charge meter, which slowly decreases over time. And one way to refill that charge meter is by using these glow bugs. And for that, all you need to do is basically that. There we go. And now, yeah, it's full. Thank you very much. You just press E when you're near a glow bug, and it pretty much, it adds like 500 charge to the thing. Oh, God. You're in a battle against a... Okay, he's dead. Haha, thank you. This is the 96? Yep, very nice. Right, so what I'm going to do is just take care of this area so that all of the potential dangers are gone, including that rock drake, because I just don't want to get them anywhere close because they are super annoying. Oh, I do see some ANKYLOs over there, though, so if one of those is a higher level than 96, then I'll definitely go ahead and tame those instead. But first, rock drake, you die. Thank you. But anyway, level 44, 76. Okay, never mind. Oh my God, get the fuck out of there, you stupid Arthropleura. There we go. Thank you. What? You're not mad at me, are you? Jesus. Okay. It seems like the area is clear. Alright, so how much torpor do you have? Not too much. Alright, time to tame. There we go. Oh God, don't. I need to put the Megalosaurus on passive, because if he's on neutral, that basically means that if the ANKYLO attacks him, then he attacks back. And, you know, as we already saw, Megalosauruses are just insanely strong, and he's definitely gonna kill the ANKYLO if he fights back, so yeah. That's not a good thing. And the thing is, I haven't actually explained this yet. This long-neck rifle we're using is just a regular, normal long-neck rifle, but there is a way to get better armor and weapons and stuff in the form of blueprints. Should I explain that right now? I think I will. So blueprints are basically the same as these, as engrams. These are called engrams, things you learn. Blueprints are, well, just blueprints, just for crafting items and stuff. And there is a way to get blueprints of items that are better than these normal things. Like we have a normal metal pickaxe, we have a normal metal hatchet with like, this one has 100% weapon damage, you can see. This one has 107. I think we actually found, or actually got a better hatchet from like killing a creature in one of the previous episodes, but I don't actually remember what. And this one also has 100% weapon damage, but there is a way to get better weapons and better items with blueprints. And the way to get blueprints is by supply drops. And supply drops are not actually gotten in the main area. Like you have the green zone here, the blue zone here, and then the red zone down here. But of course, as I already said in one of the previous episodes, you also have these brown or beige-ish areas, which I'm not going to say what they are yet, but over there you can actually get blueprints from supply drops, or well, supply drops just spawn in those areas and they have a chance to contain blueprints. So yeah, we're definitely going to go to those areas in maybe the next episode or the one after that and try and find some of those supply drops. Probably the one we're going to go to is the one on the top right, or well, northeast, because that one is just closest to us. It's pretty much like a couple of minutes walk from our base, which is definitely a good thing. But for now, yeah, these are totally fine. They work, but having blueprints for better items and stuff is, of course, a good thing, so we can craft better items with, for example, more damage, more durability, etc., etc. Right, so while I'm waiting on this ANKYLO to tame, why not try and get some red gems from these rorats again? Oh, well, wait a minute, look at that. I already talked about these mushrooms, but it's specifically that one with the blue-purple-ish bottom. Oh, did you drop red gems? Oh, look at that. Only 5, though. That is really... Fine, I'll take it. Okay. Why is it always so little? That is literally my luck. But oh well. It's at least 5. And yeah, like, what did you need red gems for? You need like for the rock drake saddle, actually. The gas collector, elements, charge lantern, gas collector, rock drake saddle. That's basically it. Okay then. Hey. This rorat has just dug into the ground. Did that... Oh, red gems. Oh my god. Did that come from the rorat? He hasn't gotten mad. I think that came from the earthquake. What? I didn't know you could get red gems from earthquakes. But hey, that's good to know. I don't think they they spawn from earthquakes in like the green zone though, because, well, we're in the blue zone, as we already know, but okay, that's pretty cool. Alright, the ANKYLO has been tamed. Very good. Very good. Let's see. Settle. There we go. Nice. Alright, and now capture you and take you back home. Alright, and we're back at the base. I've also just killed a bunch of trilobites and fish in the meantime, so that's why I currently have like a crap ton of hide and chitin and stuff. But anyway, look at this! The ANKYLO! Oh my god! Alright, so we are gonna take you for a little spin test. How the hell do you already have 11 levels? Okay, but that's fine. You can use some more weight, melee damage, and some more movement speed, because the ANKYLO is a little bit slow. But let me just clean up my inventory a little bit, especially this nameless venom, because we can definitely use that for raising a rock drake when we finally have one, which is gonna take a while, but hey, we're gonna get there when we get there. Wow. Anyway, also got some red gems, that's quite nice. But now it is time to test out our ANKYLO for a little bit. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to take you, and I don't know if those metal rocks over here have already respawned. Oh, I'm level up myself as well, by the way. Let's just do more health, because why not? Can I learn anything interesting? Nope, not at all. Ah, look at that. We have the metal rock. There we go. And let's see. Okay, that is not the right rock. Okay. Okay. Bam! There we go. 400 metal. There we go. Just 2 swipes. And also really nice about the ANKYLO is this. He can gather berries and mushrooms. So that is very nice. And gems as well. Well, if he... There we go. Man. This is such a useful dino to have. It's just so much faster, man. Like, instantly, one swipe, there we go. It's just so useful. I'm so glad we did this. But anyway, this will definitely be enough for now. And now we can also start working on some more gateways for our garden. Of course, we're gonna find a better location for metal in probably one of the next episodes. But for now, this will definitely do. We have a bunch of crystal and stone and stuff, so that is nice. And of course, a bunch of mushrooms. And of course, biotoxin. And one thing the ANKYLO is also really good at is collecting thatch. Or well, really good at, not really super good or anything, but he does it decently. At least if I remember correctly. Yeah, there we go. 300 thatch, and normally we collect like 100. So yeah, definitely better than if we just did it ourselves. And of course, it is just much faster. Alright, there we go. That's all the trees cleared. So that means we've got 1400 thatch. That is definitely not bad. Of course, I'll also need some more stone and wood, I think. But we can also quite easily get that with our war rats for the wood. And stone, we of course need to have a dodecarus, but that is definitely coming soon. Alright, there we go. Let me just put this metal into the forge. And of course, I also need to put some wood in there so it can burn. Actually, should I use spark powder for this? I think I should, because we don't have a lot of wood, as I just saw. But can I make some behemoth gates? Let me try make 2. Nope, we still need more wood and thatch. But that is fine. Can we make a gate? Very nice. So we can place this one, and I'll also bring my roll rat outside just to get some more wood and also a little bit more thatch. First though, let's see if I can place this one at a decent spot. Like that? That is fine, probably. Yeah, that will do. So now, let's just go ahead and get rid of some trees and collect some wood. Alright, and with just a couple of trees knocked down, we have 7,500 wood. That is definitely going to be enough. Let me just pump up your movement speed because you are so goddamn slow. So let's see how many more we can make. We definitely need at least 2 more. Oh my god. 900 thatch for 1. That's so much. Right, I've got 2,200 thatch, and I also found some more crystals, but look at this. This is the thing I meant when I was talking about element, because element is probably the most end game resource in ARK, because you can make a lot of stuff with it, but you only unlock this stuff after you defeat the boss. But one way to make element is with these charge nodes. And to make elements, you need a lot of gems, including red ones, charge batteries, gas balls, and element ore. But we're going to take a look at that in one of the next episodes. For now, let's just hope we can make some more gates. All right, let's see how many we can make. We definitely need 1 more gateway and 2 gates. Oh my god. Okay, we need more stone. But for that, we need a Doedicurus. Or use our hatchet. But for now, but you're still following me. Okay, what the fuck? You can go over there. It's a little bit ugly, but that should be fine. And you can go on the other side. And hopefully that will be good enough for blocking this off. Okay, this is fine. Nothing can get through here, so that's good. All right. Nice. So only 4 were necessary. Now all we need is 2 more gates. But for that, we need more stone. So let me get some stone. And yes, I know there's a Doedicurus, but obviously we haven't tamed it yet. And that one was like a level 32 or something. 36. So not gonna happen. I don't know how much stone we needed, but I think it was like around 600 or something. Let's see. Behemoth. Yes, finally. Oh my god. Okay. That took way too long, but it is finally done. The garden is done. We have a lot of room for our dinos to stay. For now, though, that one is done. And, oh boy, that one is done. Very, very nice. All right, so our garden is done. And we now have a lot of room for our dinos to stay. We can put these dinos outside, finally. Oh my god. Okay, Roll Rat, come over here. You can go there. Doesn't matter for now. There we go. Now we can finally move on and start working on number 2, the Megalosaurus, the second Megalosaurus. I'm not going to spend too much time on it because I've already spent so much time on the ANKYLO, which is kind of my fault. I was a little bit stubborn with like trying to get a high level. But first, let me actually see. Oh no, I needed more polymer for the hazard suit. I also want to still kill some Carcinos because you get organic polymer from them. So yeah, I'll just take like, I don't know, max 10 minutes to find a Megalosaurus. Or should I just save that until the next episode? Because this episode is already quite long. You know what? I'll just go ahead and kill some Carcinos. We already have one pretty good Megalosaurus right here. And of course, we also will bring our Ravager. So what I am going to do is I'm going to take you with me. Actually, hold on a second, because there's one thing which I really don't like. Remember, I have these zipline anchors still over here. What I usually do to go over there or into the blue zone is, well, of course, I can also use my glider suit to go there and glide into the blue zone, but right now I don't need to go into the blue zone. But what I also pretty much almost always do is go that way and then go all the way around and then go over there. But I don't need to do that right now. Or I do need to go over there. But what I want to do is make a zip line from here to over there. So that we don't need to walk. What the hell? That is a freaking sheep over there. Okay. Yeah, what I want to do is place a zipline over here so we don't need to walk all the way from that side over there. So I'm going to take my climbing picks, just like that. Just go up here and make a zip line for myself. So what I need to do is go over here. There we go. And doesn't really matter where this one goes. Just has to be somewhat close. You can go over there. Very nice. But there we go. Very nice. All right. Don't land into a poisonous mushroom. Okay. Very nice. So that one has been placed, which means if we just take our Ravager and just go like that, we can finally climb up like this, and I don't have to walk all the way. Take the long route, basically. So that is nice. Water level are you? 68, 76. I'm not going to tame an Dodecris in this episode anymore. I've already tamed an ANKYLO, and that has taken way too long. Alright, but first of all, Karkinos. So, what is my strategy for this one? Well, we have my Ravager and my Megalosaurus. What my strategy is basically to let the two dinos fight the Karkinos on their own. Well, I'm just going to show you. So, there's a lovely Karkinos over there, and even a Spino, and a bunch of crocodiles, so we do need to be careful. I just forgot, I didn't bring any bullets with me, so I can't assist them. But, okay, that should be fine. And now, it's time to take on some Karkinos. But first, let's get on this rock myself. Alright, so, first of all, just take care of the Spino, please. There we go. Go! Go, my friends. Go. They're a little bit slow in the water, but that's fine. Can I get on here, please? Or not? Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Okay, fine. Oh, you know what? Oh my god. They're so slow. Ooh. There's a bunch of crap. That is not good. There's a... Okay. Got rid of the Spino. Very nice. Piranhas. I need you to take care of the Karkinos, though. Okay, the crocodile's gone. Or Sarco, whatever. Now... Just take care of this Karkinos for me, please. Hello? Please. Please. Take care of that big boy. A little bit slow, but that's fine. Those trikes are also helping me, so that's nice. Alright, look at that. Yes, very, very good. And even the trikes as well. Thank you very much. You did a great job. What? Why? What is attacking you? Of course, a fucking piranha. Anyway, over here, little Ravager. Very nice. Thank you very much. Whoa. Oh my god. What the hell was that? That was quite awesome. Anyway, I think you got the organic polymer. Look at that. And we have some arrows to shoot at the Karkinos. Even though they're probably not going to do much damage. But yeah, that was quite nice. We got 2,300 chitin. Was that from that one Karkinos that we just killed? Okay. But we also got 400 polymer. Very nice. Alright, I do see another Karkinos over there. So, follow me. And now it's time to take on this fella over here. Alright, so. Attack. Attack my... Okay, that's not... Okay. Okay, I need to get rid of this stone. Oh, they're already going. Okay. Oh my god, of course they're piranhas, of course. Fuck you, man. Fuck you. Whoa. That one came a little bit too close to me. I was a little bit scared. I nearly shit my pants, but they handled it, so that's nice. You have the organic polymer and the chitin. Thank you very much. Alright, I see a Karkinos over there, too, actually, but let's just take on one at a time, okay? One is already scary enough, so let me just get you over here. Oh boy. I don't want to get too close myself, because they can grab me off of the things, but attack! Come on, man. Alright, let me just help you a little bit. Oh, that actually does quite a bit of damage. 95. There we go. Very nice. 1,000 damage. Are you insane, bro? Holy shit. Alright. But, oh my god. Fucking... Jesus, game. Why do you have to do that? Just be buggy the entire fucking time. Alright, anyways. Time to take care of the Spino first. Oh boy. Don't get too close to that fucking Sarco. Alright, very nice. Thank you very much. And now, it's time to take care of this Karkinos. So, just like that. Attack! Woohoo! Let's go! I don't have any arrows, so I can't help. Sorry. But you should be able to take care of this just fine. Oh boy, he's coming closer to me. What the hell are you doing, man? There we go. Good girls. All right. More polymer. That is very, 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 very nice. That is gonna be enough for now. So let me just capture you. And I will just go ahead and head back to our base. And yeah, we can finally make the hazard suit, I think. I do see a roll rat here. And look at that, red gems. What? What? Oh, okay, there we go. Ooh, okay, whatever. I can take him on. All right, we're back home almost. And of course, oh, okay, never mind. I was saying like, I have a zip line here, but fine. Maybe I should make a zip line from like there to here so that I also don't need to go all the way over here and then take this zip line here, because for some reason this one is like fucking buggy. Oh, or not. Okay, thank you. Finally something works. Jesus. Okay, anyways, we're back home. Let me just put some meat in there. Very nice. Put you in there. Ooh, there's not a lot of berries in there, but luckily I have a crap ton of berries in my fridge. But we did get 1900 organic polymer, which yeah, that is definitely gonna be enough for now. So I think it's finally time to start making the hazard suit. Alright, the hazard suit. Let's see if we can finally make it. Oh ho ho ho. Oh ho ho ho, there we go, finally. Alright, can we make the entire set though? I think we can, because we have enough hide, fiber, crystal, blue gems, and gas balls. We can make it entirely. Oh my god, I'm so happy. Which also means we can finally get rid of this chitin outfit, but I don't think my hazard suit is going to be my main outfit for, well, the entire time. But, I mean, just look at this. Oh my god, look at that. Oh, I look so dangerous. Oh my god. Alright, very nice. By the way, that actually reminds me, I need scissors to cut myself. Because, for some reason, you can get hair in this game. You can actually use it in some recipes. I don't actually know what, but we're definitely gonna cut ourselves because, yeah. That is definitely very long. 30 human hair, thank you very much. But what I was trying to say earlier is we're not going to use our hazard suits the entire time because durability is definitely a problem. But we're also just going to get rid of this chitin outfit because it kind of sucks. So I think we can make a step towards flak, just like that. Very nice. Can we make riot? Nah, 98. Riot is basically the best armor in the game, I think. Can we make some flak, though? I think we can. These give 100 armor instead of 50, so that's definitely a step up. So, you can get out of here. Very nice. And of course, flak has more durability, so that's also a good thing. Alright, very, very nice. So, that is number 1, 3, 4, 5, and 7 done. Let me just work on our farm a little bit. Alright, and there we go. That is done. We look very nice. Alright, I'm definitely going to keep you in there. Alright, so let's start working on the farm. And for that, we need, again, greenhouse stuff. So, what are we going to need for greenhouse? Well, of course, we're going to need crystal, cementing paste, which is not really going to be a problem because I think you need chitin and stone for that. Yeah, and we have more than enough chitin. Stone is definitely a problem though. We only have 600 stone. So yeah, we're definitely going to look at a dodecarus in the next episode. But first of all, let me just learn everything that we need. Alright, that should be everything we need. So, we are going to be making a farm, I think, over here. And I think wooden foundations will definitely be enough. If you've watched my Scorched Earth series, you might remember how I made this farm to begin with. So, what we're going to need for that is a 5x3 foundation. So, we're going to need 15 wood foundations. There we go. 15 of those. And then the rest of the stuff is all going to be greenhouse. Basically, how greenhouse works in this game is you have a wall and ceiling as greenhouse, and then the plants you grow inside of that greenhouse will have the greenhouse effect, which basically makes them grow faster and also makes the production faster of the items that they grow. You can grow berries, you can grow vegetables, like those citronals and stuff we saw. You can grow like narco berries, but we're only going to use it for these vegetables. So we're going to need citronals, long grass, raw carrot, and sava root. But we're going to need some more seeds of long grass because we only have one, and we're going to need 3 seeds of each of those. First of all, though, let's just start by placing down this farm. And just to make it a little bit out of the way of those gates, I think I am going to be doing it over here. There we go. That has been settled. Now, we also need a ramp, so let's get a wooden ramp in here. And then we can start working on the greenhouse structures. So let me just place this in the middle. All right, there we go. 5x3 foundation, very nice. All right, so let's see how many greenhouse walls we can make. I don't actually think any, but we will definitely need to know how much cementing paste we need to make. So we need to have, let's see, 4 plus 3 plus 3 is 10, 15 walls. We can only make 3. We need 79 more cementing paste. Okay, that's not too much. Oh, and we also need more crystal. All right, we can easily get that with these green gems over here. So let me just get some crystal. All right, that should be enough for now. I think now we can make all the walls we need. 6 more walls. Thank you very much. All right, that is all of the walls. So now we need 2 of each of the sloped walls. So 2 of the right ones and 2 of the left ones, but we need more cementing paste. So let's make 6 more. There we go. All right, there we go. So now we have all of the walls we need. Then we need to take a look at the roof. But first, let me just place these down. Right, there we go. And now, of course, we need to make the ceiling. So we need 6 sloped ceilings or roofs. And we need 9 normal roofs. Oh, and we also need like 5 more walls. Oh, I forgot about that. Actually, 6 more because we need to place 1 on top of the door frame we're going to make. So 6 walls, which we need. Okay. Yeah. You know what? I'm just gonna collect crystals and all of that stuff and stone off camera. And I'm just gonna finish our greenhouse in the next episode. Because what I wanted to do for this episode is actually mostly done. Apart from, of course, the farm and the second Megalosaurus. But we're gonna take care of that in the next episode. Along with the stuff I want to do there. But for this episode, this is definitely going to be more than enough. I have been recording for way too long already. So yeah, that was it for this episode. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and more of that fancy stuff. And I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.